What's going on, everyone? Twitchy back with some more Awaken Chaos content. Today we are going to be taking a look at the newest dark legendary hero, Oderic. He is a monster. He can pretty much solo your team, so I'm excited to show you guys this trial version that we do have for a couple hours. So without further ado, if you do enjoy the video, make sure you thumbs up. If you want to see my future videos, subscribe, and let's get started. Now, Oderic is a part of the Soul Plunderers faction, so he definitely is going to help you with the faction crypt challenges as well as the Batwolf rotation. That's super nice. For his base stats, he's got really solid attack, pretty high HP, pretty decent defense. His speed is pretty slow, although his trait kind of makes it so it doesn't really matter. And let's just take a look at his skill set. So his ultimate, he's going to deal single target damage, 200%. That's a pretty sweet multiplier because he is ignoring 80% of the target's defense and stealing 60% of the target's attack, up to 100% of this hero's attack. I'm curious, I haven't tested him enough to see if this is his max attack or if it's based off his base attack. But still, nonetheless, stealing attack is insane. Plus the 80% to ignore defense, he's going to be pretty much one-shotting anybody that has him fully mastered. Let's look at his second skill. So he's going to deal another single target damaging ability. It's going to ignore 50% of the target's defense this time, while also swapping this hero's negative effects. So if he is debuffed, he's going to swap that for the attacker's positive effects. That's kind of insane. So if we're thinking a Garanol goes into her ultimate on Oderic, he's going to counterattack, he's going to steal her unkillable buff, and he's going to be unkillable. That's crazy. And then this ability is going to be triggerable 2 times per round as a counterattack. Wow. This ability makes him nuts just alone. So his basic ability is another single target ability. 160 per, oh my gosh, 160 is sweet. This guy, everything about him is great so far, and it applies no positive effects for 2 turns on his basic ability. This means he's going to be great for the Fire Rift, and also this ultimate ability, if it does apply to bosses, this means he's going to be our newest boss killer. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to test him in PvE today. We're going to check him out in Arena, but maybe we come out with a Rift of Chaos video later, because I've been using him in Fire Rift, and oh my gosh guys, he is the answer for a lot of people's problems. He can be your main nuker. He can also provide the no positive effect debuff, which is super huge there, and I believe people are also trying him out in Wood Beast because he does have the counterattacks, he has the ignore defense. He's pretty much gonna be the universal Rift of Chaos nuker. Congratulations to anyone that did summon him during the raid event, but let's take a look at his trait. So at the start of the battle, applies Reaper Grasp. This is a new special effect to the enemy with the highest attack for 3 rounds. The special effect means the highest attacker cannot gain bonus turns or speed up until the effect expires. That's huge. So they can't benefit from Halia, they can't benefit from Hazel, they can't benefit from bonus turn. This is a huge special effect here. This counters a lot of heroes, a lot of the meta right now. Before an enemy with the Reaper's Grasp takes their turn, Oderic moves to the top of the action queue. So this is why he doesn't really need speed, because he's just automatically going to be faster than their highest attacker. That might benefit you, it might not, but if the Light Nick has the highest attack, he's going to be faster than Light Nick. So this guy can essentially be the fastest hero on the battle. Super huge special effect. This guy is super duper OP. I'm not sure what they're thinking when they're creating these new LDs, but somehow they make them stronger and stronger. It actually shocks me every time. So Oderic is immune to death as long as an enemy with the Reaper's Grasp is present. Not to mention, he is unkillable as long as this buff is up. He's not going to be killable by Thor, Borden, or Dark Andre. He literally, the only way this guy dies, I have figured a few counters for him. Cordelia, if you do morph him, he does lose this Reaper's Grasp special effect, so that's something, but you can't strip this buff. He is weak to control, he is weak to debuffs, but once again, if he does counterattack, he's just gonna swap those debuffs onto the attacker. So you kind of have to be smart about it. You kind of only want to debuff him after he's activated his counterattacks, or debuff him once he's controlled with a stun or a sleep or something like that. But this guy is actually insane. For his upgraded trait, he let's see, so with this upgraded trait, when an enemy Reaper Grasp dies, which is kind of the reason why I didn't really like him while testing him, I found out that this Reaper's Grasp has some cons. So if you do kill the highest attacker early on, you just completely lose this buff, and then he's killable immediately. So you kind of, I've figured out, you kind of want to pair him with some single target damage dealers, or you want to bring him into some unkillable comps like the light or dark brothers, Nick brothers, because typically one of those guys are going to have the highest attack, or even Dark Valyria. This guy hard counters anybody that builds Dark Valyria with their highest attack, because as long as she's on the battlefield, he's going to be also on the battlefield, at least for 3 rounds. So he can't be killable for 3 rounds unless you Cordelia him, unless you control him up, or unless your highest attacker. Maybe that might be a strategy that people come out with. Maybe making their highest attacker be someone that's super squishy and they're gonna die round 1, so he just loses this Reaper's Grasp benefit. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Anyways, his build, let's go take a look at his build. Today I will be rocking him on an Assassin Raider set. Honestly, I'm not even sure if this is best in slot, but I figured giving him as much damage as possible to one-shot with his counterattacks, with his ultimate, to make him as much of a threat, because you know he's only got 3 rounds to do as much damage as possible, then he's gonna be killed. So this is kind of what we're working with. I gave him attack percent on this Astro Crest, I gave him defense on the Astro Tome. These aren't really best in slot artifacts, they're really just my highest leveled artifacts. But as always, you just want to give him offensive stats, so crit damage here. For the bottom pieces, we went attack percent, crit damage, and attack percent on the boots. Here is the chest piece, here is the hood, and here is the dagger. Like I said, offensive substats, so crit damage, attack percent, crit rate, flat attack. Speed is kind of nice because sometimes you don't get the benefit of their highest attacker being really fast. And yeah, just offensive stats, precision too. Here are his stats. So 5.3k attack, not a lot of HP and not a lot of defense. You could add more HP once you do have him mastered, because that does give you a little bit more extra stats to work with, but we don't have any books on him. We have him crit capped, we have him with crit damage. We did give him some focus. I would like to give him a little bit more, maybe 120%, so you can benefit from that awesome debuff on his basic attack, because you could basic into a light Nick, you could basic into a dark Nick, and you can kill those guys really easily. And we did give him some precision. Let's take a look at his masteries as well. It does look like I do have 1 book in him, which happens to be a speed mastery for the physique tree, and he does get attack percent on his ability tree, which is always huge, and it almost makes me want to reconsider later down the road if I do summon him, or for any of you guys that do get lucky enough to summon him, once you do have him booked, because you get those extra stats, putting him on attack percent ring, because that would increase the max attack percent that you can steal on your targets. I don't know, that might be a viable build going forward. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Also for his glyphs, he does get some speed. He gets 29 speed, 12% crit rate, some crit damage, some resistance, nice attack, healthy health, and yeah, so that's Oderic. Let's go take a look at him in battle. Now this looks weird, right? 1v4, no way he can solo. Guys, trust me, just watch. This is actually insane, and I really just want to show you that Dark Andre can't bypass his death immunity. Alright, so we're starting off. Oderic is faster than Holy Yolanda because remember he has his trait. He does get 2 counterattacks per round, so this is his second counterattack. Doing insane damage. Here's Dark Andre popping his ultimate. Does not kill Oderic through his death immunity. This guy is insane, guys. But once again, his main counter is getting controlled. So all those stuns from Dark Andre are kind of huge. If you are bringing him into battle, we probably want to use Royce, maybe Kelowna, something to help mitigate those debuffs, maybe immunity as well. So let's retry that again with an actual team. Okay, so this time we're going to bring in Shane because he is actually an insane counter for Light Yolanda once he is A5. Royce because Royce is the man if you need some cleanse in your life. Atara also because she does help cleanse as long as she also is debuffed, and her mitigation plus the damage that she brings to the table is actually I don't know anyone else that could do her job, to be honest. And then last but not least, we do have Oderic. Hopefully this goes well. Rage Aura spell to see how much damage we can get from him, and then of course the last breath spell. So once again, our Shane is actually... Okay, hold on. This Holy Yolanda is not very fast because my Atara is only 260. So this might be a gear difference, but we're just going to act like it's not. We're going to skill 2 into it, our Oderic, to maximize the damage that he's dealing. We are not going to skill 3 because that's going to activate Shark Andre. We are actually just going to basic into Light Virgil to maximize our damage and potentially one-shot him, because people do like to build him a little tankier, but it doesn't look like this guy is, so maybe he's built for damage. Here we are going to go for the... What should we do? We actually, I mean, we're really not gonna AoE because that might activate Dark Nick. We don't really want that to happen. And then once again, you want to let the person with the Reaper's debuff, you want to let them live as long as possible, because once they die, Oderic dies. Remember that, guys. Once they die, Oderic dies. So let's just start working to Shark Andre because I want to pop him. As soon as he's dead, then we could start debuffing, and then we've pretty much won. Here's where A5 Shane is kind of huge, because when Divine Yolanda gets a kill, we can't revive, but A5 Shane keeps the person from getting killed. So that's amazing. Here we're just going to basic attack into Dark Nick. Maybe we should have done that into Light Virgil to let him not pop. But also, it doesn't even matter. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was 62,000 damage from a counterattack. 62,000 damage. He is buffed up with Shane, but holy cow. He doesn't even have books. That's crazy. And we don't want to kill Light Yolanda yet. We want her to stay alive, because then, you know, Dark Nick can't really kill us. We can just keep counterattacking him. Oh my goodness, this guy is insane. Holy cow. I swear I thought the twins were gonna be broken, but wow, this guy is actually nuts. I'm sure, you know, pretty soon if people start facing him, they're automatically going to want to pick Cordelia because she is kind of a hard counter for him, as well as, you know, maybe banning the control. Hold on, Holy Yolanda, don't do me like this. Okay, thank you. But maybe banning the control would be the move against, or the cleanse against Oderic. I don't know, guys. Let's get to the next battle though. So we are going to bring him into Cordelia to kind of show you guys the interaction between them, hopefully. This is kind of the meta that we're seeing lately. People are bringing Triple Raider, Onomaros's 300 plus speed and trying to freeze and control you up. So, you know, automatically we're going to want to bring in Royce, Kelowna, etc, etc. There are other cleansers, but those are usually my main guys. He's also got Bocce. Once again, A5 Shane is a hard Bocce counter. Baron might be a little trouble, but we might just kill her right off the bat. I know she for sure has the highest attack though, so Oderic is definitely gonna lose his Reaper special effect. But I feel like we should be in good hand. I don't know. Let's see. Once again, Onomaros extremely fast. My Shane, luckily, is triple raider. He's like 330, 340 speed. So we can buff up our Oderic. And then we also are going to activate Cordelia, which is kind of nice. I'm curious who Cordelia is going to ult into. Here we're just going to ult to attack down everybody. Let's... Let us actually... I feel like we basic Bachi. If he can't get that attack buff from his ultimate, we should be solid. Royce can continue cleansing all the debuffs. So that means, you know, Cordelia's ult, Onomaro's ult, and then Baron is where we... Okay, never mind. Baron does not even... She's not even a threat with Oderic. Holy cow. Guys, he can't be killed the first 3 rounds. He cannot be killed the first 3 rounds. I hope this is just a small demonstration on how OP this dude is. Because once again, watch these numbers, okay? We're gonna go into 26k Cordelia. She doesn't have a lot of HP left. Let's Rage Aura to see how much damage this dude does. He also steals attack. I saw 55k at the end. Super unnecessary. Probably a little bit unnecessary. We could probably free up his offensive stats a little bit, maybe a little more resistance, maybe a little more HP, but holy cow, with books, he is going to be one-shotting everybody and anybody. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed that small showcase, the small interactions. Unfortunately, we didn't see Cordelia actually morph him, but remember, she is a hard counter for Oderic. So all you Cordelia guys out there, make sure you're picking her. And then all you guys without Cordelia or trying to counter Cordelia, make sure you're picking your Royces. Guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.